Hey, are you okay over here? Hmm. You seem, I don't know, you're just gonna look a bit upset and, well, you look like a person who's having a computer crisis, to be honest. Given the way, the kind of slamming of the desk and the extreme irritation that comes only with computers. Well, I mean, I'm, studying computers, but I've also got a part-time job fixing them, so fair to say I could be your man to help. If you'd stop blushing for 5 seconds. I'm assuming it's just the irritation of the day. Well, anyway, I would be happy to help. No, you don't have to pay me anything, don't be silly. You really don't have to pay me anything. Anyway, okay, the first thing I'm noticing is, considering you got like nothing running, that's a lot of fan noise. Not a lot of fan noise, but it suggests if we open up Task Manager, we'll get a better idea of what's going on. So let us do that. Okay. I see. So, well, the first thing, I mean, you got a little bit of, you don't need a lot of this stuff open, right? So this little laptop of yours, like, you don't need, like, do you need this open right now? No, close it. Do you need this? You don't know what that is, do you? I'll tell you, you don't need it. Close. This, do not need. This, do not need. Your Discord? Just open SBF. Huh. I mean, Discord's got a lot of servers. I don't know of that one. But, well, you enjoy it. I'm sure it's a nice community and all that. Anyway, that can also be closed, unless that's what you're currently using or doing, is it? Because, yeah, it looks like you're doing uni work, so. Why are you so frustrated anyway? Because it's running slow. Of course it's running slow. Look at the amount of stuff you've got open. You can't just... How do I compare this? Let's say, would you run slow if you had 8 coats on versus if you were dressed appropriately to run? In hot weather. It's like that. Like, you have way too much stuff that's taking resources, okay? Your computer has it's like your own brain, right? It has a finite amount of power it can actually give. So if you were trying to run a marathon while juggling, while counting backwards from A to Z, while doing your taxes, while, you just can't do it all at once, right? You could do each thing individually if you give it room, and maybe you could do 2 things at once, but you can't do all of it. So when you have all these programs sitting open in the background, it's going to ruin your computer. So don't do that, okay? Okay. Also, now that we've done all this, we can eliminate this fan noise. There, nice and relatively quiet. You think there's something wrong with the power socket? What do you... No, there isn't. Wait. There's nothing wrong with this. But seeing as you're using this and me, bending over looking at the back of the computer as a chance to check me out, I will oblige checking more. Don't worry, I don't have to look around to know you're blushing out of your mind right now. It's completely fine. No, there's nothing here. Like, there just isn't. Your power is completely fine, or at least it's running fine for now. Look, it says charging here. Now, if we're going to pretend that you weren't checking me out, you've got to look interested in what I'm saying. If you already know all this, it's showing more that you are just using this as a chance to check me out. Come on, play the game with me. Vámonos. Okay? Right. So, yeah. So, You really were, Did you have any problems with the computer, or was this a simple task? No, but then you wouldn't have known I was coming over, so that doesn't make sense. I'm going a little bit Sherlock Holmesy here. Oh, there's a crumb on the floor. That meant you were trying to do something. Rawr, look at my mighty brain. No, that you are genuinely irritated at this, right? So the fact that I've come over to help you out with it, and seemingly the fact that it was me that came over to help you out with it, is all just a happy coincidence. So, how long have you had a crush on me exactly? Oh, come on. I'm not allowed to just call it as it is now. Because that's how it is, right? Let's just say, well, a few things weren't subtle. One, you did go kind of bright red when I came over. Two, when I've been at places you're at, overheard you talking, you don't stutter and stumble absolutely constantly the way you have throughout this entire conversation, which suggests to me in my giant Sherlock Holmes mind that you're a bit nervous. Now, why have you turned bright red and be nervous? And then there was the not so subtle kind of, oh, can you check my power? Because, I would have to bend over this desk, and seemingly you were quite happy to stand a little bit back and admire. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm very admirable, but well, I'll say it this way. Other people would be less cool with that. I don't mind. I really don't. I'm just saying that I don't know if it's always guys you're into, and if you get caught leering at a girl, I don't think most, well, it depends. It's the honest answer, because if the girl really likes you, she might not mind. I wouldn't take the risk. I would highly recommend against taking the risk. Don't take the risk. If you're dating the person and you know that they like, a little bit of flirtiness and all that, you can say things, whatever. You're dating someone, that's different. Someone you don't know, it's risky. The fact that you were trying to do it with me kind of being, again, you didn't want to admit to what you were doing, but I knew. Again, I don't mind. I should stop making such a big deal of this. I'm sorry, this is really weird now. I'm making this weird. Not that I wasn't before, but before it was fun weird. This is just weird. Let's move away from weird. Yeah, the reason I've overheard you in conversations and all that is because actually I've been too shy to come up and talk to you. And, well, I wouldn't have imagined you had a crush on me, to be honest. So now that we've both found out that we have crushes on each other, what do we do now? Let me think. Never talk to each other again. No, that wasn't it. Think. What was it in all those romantic comedy films? Be extremely awkward about dating for the length of the film, and then at the end, no, that doesn't seem like a good plan in real life either. Yoda, what would do? I think we should think about getting ducks. Like just having a couple ducks and like taking them for walks maybe. And no, that wasn't it either. I don't know. What was it you would like to do to me? Okay, yeah. I definitely wanted to make you blush again. So, well, blush and grin. And I've gotten a little bit of both, which I'm quite contented with. At least for now, shall we say. For now, yeah, because come a later day, I may want an awful lot more satisfying. Anyway, I feel like that was incredibly obvious. Although maybe the way we've both danced around the fact that we like each other being incredibly obvious is a good thing. So thank you for checking me out blatantly. How did I see you checking me out? Okay, you want to know a secret? I didn't. Not at all. I knew. Maybe a little bit of sixth sense. Mostly I could just figure out what you were doing and why. So. Well. I mean, if you would like to, check that the power is working fine, I would be okay with that. Anytime you wanna... No. I was gonna go somewhere with that. Let's God, at least buy me drinks first. Ugh. Seriously, people these days are so quick to rush into it without even lavishing me with free things. No, you don't actually need to buy me drinks first. I mean, well, let me rephrase that. We should, get to know each other first, but you don't have to buy me things. Because, dating someone shouldn't be like an elongated form of, well, paying for it. Shall we put it that way? Well, I have known people who are, how should we put it, so demanding of materials for dating as to make it feel like that at a point, that you're just there to buy them things and they reward you for buying them things with the things that you're supposed to want to both do anyway. I'm getting off track again, as you may have noticed. Back to you. Or if you'd put your back to me. No, another terrible joke. What was the one I was going to say before? Well, I was going to say anytime you want to bend over in front of me, I'll be more than fine with it. But, yeah, anyway. I mean, the fact that you're grinning back at me for that is a promising sign. I guess it's nice circularity for what I was saying about someone who you already know likes you and you can be a bit more directly flirtatious. But I mean, imagine me saying that to a stranger, If I went up to someone I fancied but never actually talked to, you can bend over me anytime, or you can bend over in front of me anytime you like, and just opening with that. Imagine how many levels of creepy that would be. So when you think about it, how directly, well, let's just stick with flirtatious. You can be with someone who's pretty dependent on how well you know them, which makes sense, right? Except the way some people will generously call it flirt and not, by its real name, which is harass. You wouldn't know that. And yet you get people on the other side, and I know, because especially guys I've known who are so scared of, and I can, it's understandable why, of being wrong and being, like too much, that they don't say anything, and so they end up kind of not they give the wrong impression, which is that they're not interested, because every time a situation is set up for them to say something, they don't, and so the subtle social signal is, oh, they're not interested. More diversions, more sidetracks. Do you just want to go and get a drink sometime and not let me ramble on and on and on about random stuff that doesn't really matter, especially not when I look into your eyes like this and I don't want to talk anymore? Yeah. Okay. Oh, well, do you want to swap details or whatever?